I'm glad to get the opportunity to speak in this, and I want to thank Sinn Féin and Owen O'Brien especially for bringing all these, this time to talk about housing and settling housing for people that don't have homes is very important, and we need to discuss all aspects of housing. But firstly, I don't agree with this bill. I think it's basically a bill for Dublin rather than for rural Ireland, and maybe it's a more dominant issue for Dublin than it is for rural Ireland. This bill won't sort it, I believe, the problem that we have with housing. And the way to sort the bill is to sort the problem is to build more houses. And to keep building houses, and the local authorities should be afforded the money to build the houses like they always did in the past, not these other schemes. And I mean, in Kerry, we're glad that in the last few days a number of houses have come on stream in Killarney, and we thank Kerry County Council for building those in a very short time, and they're very welcome indeed. And at this stage I want to thank the likes of Michael Cronin, Mike Jack as we call him in Kerry, for all the houses he has built in Killarney and Milltown, for Clúd, and indeed KPH as well in Barradow. We have to recognise the great work that they're doing as well. But we need to give more funding to the local authorities. And just take one aspect of housing in Kerry that's under pressure. There's so many voids there, and they're not getting the money to turn around the voids. And Minister, before the tenant purchase scheme, when it was operating properly, Kerry County Council sold a house to a tenant, and the money was straight into voids. That's not happening anymore, because the tenant purchase scheme isn't fit for purpose in the first place. 80%, even the new tenant purchase scheme, is not a proper scheme. So, and landlords, many landlords, don't want to let long term for many reasons. There are many reasons why landlords, and you know, if you come buy a house or you have a house and that you're after paying for it or you're after getting it, there's a lot of trouble in acquiring a house, Minister, and it should surely be the person's right to do whatever they want to do with the house. If they want to let it for a few months, short term. But I know many landlords or people that have houses, they only rent them for a few months, and that lad of the few bob, I met a couple the other day, and they're letting it for the legal 90 days. And what their reason is for letting their house, they're going to live with her mother for the 90 days, for to put money aside for to send their youngsters to college. God Almighty, they shouldn't be stopped doing that. A very respectable, honourable couple, and they were encountering problems with it, but hopefully it's sorted now. And you see, in rural Ireland, where these people come for a few months, they mean a lot to the local economy in rural places like Guinea-Gwillet, Scotland, Kilgarvan even, you know, different rural places. It boosts up the local pub or the local shop. They mean something, and I don't think we should deprive those people of that. And the other thing is, these visitors want to experience rural areas. They maybe left cities and left hotels and maybe give half their life living in those urban, very bright light areas, and they want to experience a local place. So I think if we'll hurt those people that operate what they call this Airbnb system, I think it would be wrong. And the other thing is, a bill like this, I think, is not enforceable. And asking the local authorities to monitor this. And I know the local authority, and I respect the local authority that we're dealing with in Kerry. They have enough to do, and Their outlook should be to provide housing. That's what they want to do, rather than monitoring this situation and saying sending out enforcement letters or whatever. They have enough to do besides doing that.